Action stations, action stations. Set condition 1 throughout the ship. This is not a drill.
Greetings fellow gamers and commanders, and welcome back to another video on Battlestar Galactica Deadlock on the Xbox One. I'm of course your host, Uncle Fester382. Welcome back to my channel. I hope we're all well today. So in my last video we did all the colonial ships walkthrough. It was a remake of one of the videos that I first did when I started up my channel. Now, since then, I've had a number of questions asked, one of which being what level of difficulty do I play the campaign missions, as well as questions to do with what tactics I use and other bits and pieces. So what I've decided to do is just do a brief video and go back to one of my saved missions from one of the campaigns, just to show you how I do it and what my thoughts are whilst I'm playing a mission. So I'm going to go down to load campaign, and as you can see I've got a number of saves in here from past campaigns. So what I'm going to do is go down to the latest one, which was Resurrection. So as you can see, 41 missions were completed. The last mission I played before I saved was resource mission, high priority target, and the difficulty was set on commander. Now as you can see from all the ones that are in here, all my saves, they're all set on commander. So for the purposes of doing the videos, I think commander is about the right level. If you've never played this game before, then I'd recommend first of all do the tutorial missions, they do help, and then potentially if you're having problems on commander level, then consider maybe dropping down to lieutenant, maybe do all of the campaign, see how you get on, and then once you've got a good grasp of the game, then move up to commander, and then if you're feeling really brave, go up to Admiral. There is a fleet update due when the new DLC comes out. So when the Ghost Fleet Offensive, which is what I'm going to dub as being season 2.1, when that comes out, there's a massive command update behind there as well, and one of the introductions will be a new tier of difficulty level. So I believe it's Vice Admiral, I think they're calling it. So yeah, there is that, as well as other bits and pieces to improve the overall gameplay. Okay, so I'm going to load that up, and this should take us to one of the last missions that I played. What we'll do is, if there is a resource mission here available, we'll give that a play. If not, we'll go into the last resurrection mission, which was Aranu Sunset, and we'll get that played. Because I'm actually doing this live, normally I'll record the gameplay and then I'll add the audio later. Because I'm doing that here, you'll have to forgive me. I do vape, so don't be surprised if you hear me vaping during the course of this video. Okay, here it is all loaded up. So as you can see, we're in the Galactica CIC for season 2. So very nice. There's the turntable where Commander Adama and Colonel Tai stand, and as you can see, there's the turntable at the top that drops down. Still waiting for it to drop down though. Okay, so as you can see, we've got our map all loaded up. So here's all my fleets. So first thing I want to do is just run through some of these fleets. So here we go, here's my Galactica Fleet. So fleet wise, my current list setup is the Galactica. So at the moment the Galactica is on elite level on its XP. So that basically means plus 40 on firewall regen strength, plus 10% on damage reduction, and a 20% increase on flak damage. So next one down is a Minerva class. So at the moment it's on veteran status. So that veteran status gives me a plus 25% on your control, plus 30% on marine strength, and plus 5 turret accuracy. And then I've got a Atlas carrier. So with that it gives me plus 65% squadron repair and plus 6% damage reduction. Now currently got a Assault Raptor squadron and 2 Viper Mark IIs loaded into there. Okay, next one down is a Minotaur Gunship. Great little ships to use, as you would have seen in my colonial walkthrough of all the ships. Love this ship to pieces. It's quite cheap and the firepower on it is brilliant. So at the moment this Minotaur is on elite status, so it's got the highest XP, and it has plus 15 turret accuracy and plus 35% your control. So it's a great little ship, and as you can see it's got 58 confirmed kills, and the largest kill was a base star. So yeah, it's a good little ship to use. The kill assist on it is 118, so it is a great little ship to use. I can't emphasize anymore, once you get the ship in the campaigns, use it. Okay, so then we've got another Minotaur Gunship. Now as you can see this is a rookie status, and I think the mission before I saved this part of the campaign, I think I lost my other Minotaur, which was at elite status. So as you can see it started again, so all the extra things that you get as being elite status on the Minotaur, obviously you don't get at this point. Okay, and then last but not least I've got a Manticore Corvette. Now currently the Manticore is rookie status. Most of my Manticore Corvettes on my fleets don't really get above rookie status, mainly because of the tactics I use, but I'll show you more about that in a bit. Okay, I've got one support vessel as well, which is a Celestra support ship. Now this Celestra support is currently on veteran status, so it helps with damage reduction and gives you better max distance. Currently got, for my resupply, 2 nuclear missiles loaded into there. So as I said in the colonial walkthrough, these ships are great for improving what ammunition you've got. Also the one benefit of this ship is the shore up on the armour of your other ships. So it's one of them where obviously in the normal missions where you've got the Daedalus, you can't equip the Celestra in the support slot, but once you go on to Resurrection you've no longer got the Daedalus, so there's not really any reason why you wouldn't equip the Celestra support ship as part of all your fleets. It's a no-brainer. Right, so just quickly pop back up here to the Galactica. So as you can see on my loadouts, I've got a nuclear missile, and then I've got 2 Viper Mark IIs and 2 Assault Raptors. On the Minerva, main reason why I've used this ship is because it's got 2 missile slots, so I've got 2 nuclear weapons, and then I've also got another 2 squadrons of Viper Mark IIs. So okay, let's get this jumped across. I think what we'll do is we'll get that one done. Resource mission, colony defense. So we'll do that, and then before we jump over to that, I'll just have a look at the briefing, just quickly show you that. So there's the resource mission, colony defense, and here's the mission briefing.
Ministry has spotted a Cylon fleet supporting the toasters at this colony. If we want to keep the fight going on the ground there, we need to bust up this support fleet.
Okay, so on here we've got the option of doing scouting missions, which costs Tilium. So as you can see, doing a civilian scout will give you 30% success instantly. The Raptor scout will give you 75% success, and a recon mission will give you 90% success, but it just takes 2 turns. So we're going to do that. So obviously we've got to wait 2 turns before we'll get the intel. So the additional information we've got is a Cylon fleet has appeared at Tauron to support the enemy's ground effort. Intercepting this fleet is critical for Defence Ministry troops to stay active in this area. So our mission today is to eliminate all hostile forces. Rewards from this will be 1000 Tilium, 600 requisition points, and our Cylon threat will decrease by 17 upon successful completion of this mission. So what I'm just going to quickly do is we'll come back out of here, and let's just get rid of that. Okay, I haven't set course. Oh no, I have. Okay, right. Okay, we'll go across. I'm just going to postpone that. So that's 1. Let's do it again. Postpone. And then let's just have a look, see if that's now done it.
Ministry has spotted a
There we go.
Cylon fleet supporting the toasters at this colony. If we want to keep the fight going on the ground there, we need to bust up this support fleet.
Okay, so as you can see, the scouting has now worked. It was 90% success, took 2 turns. Scouting succeeded. So the additional information we've got is scouts report a high concentration of hostile squadron covering the area. The enemy fleet points is 3,250. So if we come back out of the mission briefing, and let's have a look at the Galactica. So the Galactica is 7,900 fleet points. So straight away we know we're absolutely fine to use the Galactica fleet. There's not going to be much threat there whatsoever for us. Okay, so if I end the turn again, and then we can get this mission started. Okay, so we're in the screen to position our ships to where we want them to be. So what I always do when I first jump into this part is have a look around, always look round, always have a look, see where the enemy fleet is. Sometimes it does show you, sometimes it doesn't. So now what we're going to do is we're going to plan how we're going to handle this. So at the moment we've got the Galactica there. So what I want to do is move the Galactica back a bit. Give us a bit of breathing room before we can identify the ships. Same with the Minerva. So just put them there. Okay, what you really want to do is move your Atlas and your Celestra further back. The Atlas will provide some support there for your Celestra, so you want to give them a bit of breathing room. Okay, so now let's put our Minotaur there, and our other Minotaur can go there. Okay, then finally we'll get our Manticore, should I say. We'll put him right up front, and the reason for that is the Manticore is a scout ship, so it's a great little ship to get ahead of the rest of the fleet and get these ships identified. So we want to know what they are. We want to know what they are quickly, so then we know whereabouts we need to apply our pressure to get rid of these ships. So Other thing to also do is just check your loadouts, make sure everything's there. So we know we've got a nuclear weapon loaded onto our Manticore. Celestra support has got the 2 nukes there for the resupply if required. Obviously the Minotaur doesn't have them. The Atlas carrier, we know we've got our 2 Viper Mark II squadrons and our Assault Raptor there. Minerva, that's all fine, and the Galactica as well. Okay, so now I'm confident. I've got my ships in the positions I want them. There's nothing else I can see anywhere else, so we've just got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 targets to take care of. Right, so now we're going to proceed with that. So just get that loaded up.
Fleet group is jumping in 3, 2, 1. Hostile marks at the zone. Cylon IFFs across the board.
Okay, so now we know we've got these ships. Let's have a quick look over. Okay, so we know they're heading towards us. So's that one, so's that one, and so's that one. Okay, so we haven't got any squadrons launching yet from the enemy. So what we're going to do, just going to move the Manticore round. And what we'll do for now is just keep the rest of our fleet moving. Obviously when you're using the Celestra, always keep an eye on her, because she's got a habit of running off ahead. She can obviously move a lot faster than what your Atlas can, so always keep an eye on her, make sure she's tucked in nicely behind the Atlas. She's a very important support ship, so you want to keep her protected as much as possible. Okay, so we've got that running around. I think what we can do now is if we go to posture, and if you keep an eye on the tech bay, which is far bottom right, and you can see the radius range. So at the moment it's 6,000 meters, and currently our defensive and offensive posture is at 0. So if we move that down to 1 defensive, it changes to 6,270. If we go down more, as you can see, it just increases the radius range. So we'll leave it on 4. I don't think we're going to need it any lower than that, and we should get some identification of these ships now once I've done that. Okay, so let's just move him a bit ahead. Basically what I'm doing now is I'm just moving these ahead. Main reason is I've got the Galactica there, so she could potentially fire off a nuclear weapon once we've got them identified, them 3 that are just at the bottom here. We've got our Minerva there that potentially can fire off some as well, and we've also got our Manticore, which will potentially get one off as well. So currently we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 nuclear weapons ready, and we've got 5 targets, but obviously you don't want to straight away use them. It's always best to assess the situation. Right, let's get this turn ended and hopefully see what we're up against.
Get everyone ready and bearing on the hostile.
Okay, so straight away we've got some raiders launching. There we go, we've got one identified. So currently, there we go, we've got a Talon. So not much really there. So what we're going to do is get our Vipers launched.
Launching alert Vipers. Launching Raptors.
Okay, let's get our posture moved a bit, and hopefully we'll get the rest of them identified.
Hands on deck.
Let's just move it to there. Okay.
Hostile mine detected.
Okay, so we currently have 3 Talons on the board.
Still online.
Hostile unit identified.
4 Talons. So we've just got the one left. I think it's safe to say that the other one's going to be a Talon. So
Nuclear
straight
strike
away,
prepared.
let's get that nuclear strike off. And let's do the same over here. Okay, just going to set up my targets. Start getting some attack going. So same again. So on the Galactica, I'm going to go into the posture. So if you have a look where it says fire control, which is the second one down on the right. So if I move my offensive up, my turret range increases, my turret accuracy increases, and my munition salvo size increases as well. So let's move that up to 4.
All hands on deck.
Same with the Minotaur.
Got it.
Okay.
Keep your target locked and watch for clearance.
Manticore is taking damage.
So there goes the nuke.
Go live.
Now, as you can see, the Manticore is taking a right beating. So let's get him out of there. Let's move his posture back up a bit to give him some speed. As you can see, the armour is down a bit as well. So let's get into the armoury, get that on repair. Okay, there we're sitting down here. Yep, okay. The one reason I use these assault raptors is you get paint target option. You also get short range missiles as well, so it fires off a volley of short range missiles, so that's always good. So at the moment it's going to target the Talon, so let's give that a look in a minute. Okay, we've currently got some ships incoming, so let's just get our Vipers to go and handle them.
Got it.
Okay,
Manticore is taking damage.
Switching guns to manual.
Target is 45562.
so are we in range yet? Nah, not quite. Okay, so leave that for a bit. How we're looking down here? How are you doing? Ooh, okay. Let's get our Manticore out of there sharpish. Okay, we'll turn up the posture on our Minerva.
So say we all. Manticore is taking damage.
So there we go, one Talon down. So, because the damage and the risk is minimal, we're going to turn Galactica across. We're also going to move all our
Yes, Commander.
other ships across.
Yes, sir. Got it.
Okay, so on the next volley we'll fire off that. We'll also paint the target as well. Okay. Okay, that didn't work because we already took the Talon out. As you can see, we've got all our Vipers here. They're all having a good pound at that Talon. They make quick work of that, the amount of squadrons I've got. So at the moment I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 squadrons of Vipers are currently out there having a good pound on that Talon. So they will literally make very quick work of these ships. And what we'll do is we'll just set these 2 up. They're already doing that. Okay, wrong one. Let's focus our fire on that last Talon. There we go.
Set secondary battery. Full attack mode. Fire at will.
There we go, that's 3 Talons down. So we've just got the last few now. Let's move our ships back a bit to handle that Talon.
I'm on it,
Okay,
Commander.
I'm going to turn the posture down on the Galactica because we really don't need that, and it will help with the distance as well.
Target acquisition is screwed. Give me
That's
manual
4.
controls now.
Board is clear. All hostile marks are dark.
There we go, that's it all done. Obviously relatively easy mission, it's a resource mission, so pretty quick, pretty easy. So one of the things I love to do once the mission successful board has come up is take a look at the replay. So let's have a quick look at that before we finish up here.
Get every gun ready and bearing on the hostiles. Fire control is warmed up and preparing solutions. Keep your target locked and watch for clearance. Firing solution is online.
We're taking sustained fire. Switching guns to manual.
Target is 45562.
Sustained incoming. Vector 2-3. Firing on target. Escort clearance zone is active.
Check secondary battery. Full attack mode. Fire at will.
Target acquisition is screwed. Give me manual controls now.
There we go, there's the replay. So let's go back now to the main screen. I think it's important to remember when you go into a campaign mission, a skirmish mission, whatever you're going into, even if you don't know what you're up against, plan for a defensive posture. So have your battle stars maybe out in front to make use of your flak walls. Always have a ship that's a lot faster than the rest, so in my case the Manticore. The reason I use the Manticore is because I want to get him up in front as quickly as possible. I want to know what I'm up against as early as I possibly can, and the one reason why I fit the Manticore with a nuke is to get a shot off early at what I consider to be the biggest threat. So if you jump in and you've got a few Talons, a few Nemesis, if you've got then a base star, then best thing to do is get rid of that base star as quick as you possibly can. So yeah, it's there's loads of other ships. It's the tactics always change once you know what you're up against. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you do have any other questions, then stick them in the comments. More than happy to answer any questions or any issues you have, provide advice based on the way I play, if anybody wants that. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks we will have the new Ghost Fleet Offensive DLC come out, so we'll have a brand new campaign to play with 10 missions. So once that's out, then we will start playing that. So if you like the videos on my channel, please consider hitting that like button, it is appreciated. And if you like the content on my channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Happy gaming.